real-world situations and an active approach bring numeracy to life. Alex Fills is an accredited trainer with Grounds for Learning and has developed some simple approaches to teaching numeracy using trees and natural spaces.
I think that numeracy is an excellent curricular area to learn outside, because it takes away the abstract idea of it, and it allows pupils, particularly the pupils who have more difficulty with book learning, it allows them to understand exactly what numeracy is all about. The things that I've been doing here have been looking at measuring and estimating and thinking about scale and size. So for wee ones, it's thinking about bigger than and smaller than, and what is the biggest thing you can see, what is the smallest thing you can see. We've been working with trees because we're surrounded by them here. In playgrounds that are just tarmac, it would be something different. It might be the school walls that you're looking at. And we've been practicing with different types of measuring equipment, including hands and feet, natural objects like leaves, fir cones, any number of different things that can be collected by the school and used later. 5 different numbers if you can, please. Linking numeracy with science and also with social studies in a way. We're using what we've got. We've got our resources around us. You first of all have to identify your tree or your shrub, whichever you've taken, and you pick up number 5. Then you may well need to find 5 leaves. I had number cards, and so they would be handed out, or children would choose, possibly by not looking first. So they're just picking up one card which might say 3 on it, and then they're directed to go and find 3 of something. And in the best ideal situations, they were able to bring those 3 things back to prove that they have actually found those things.
There's things around everywhere. It doesn't cost money. You can pick up a stone, look at the size of it, the weight of it, look at the surfaces. There's just so much from just one particular thing, and it doesn't cost a thing. Just get out there and use your imagination.
Choose a tree preferably that you can get right round. That's the best thing. Practice finding, first of all, how big it is around. We were using the trees again and thinking about ways where these trees could be measured. First of all, looking at ground level. It's not a straight line. What can you use to measure something which is not a regular shape? And so many people decided to use their feet. We had such things as fir cones that could be put in a line. We also use skipping ropes, which is something that all schools have got and can be used very, very well with pupils, I think.
You could actually work out how many cones the size of my feet,
Of your foot. Yep.
rather than having to take hundreds of fir cones.
We've just taken, I think, a nursery experience right through probably to the upper end of primaries by doing one thing. And you can differentiate it to meet all the learning needs and learning styles of the children, and then there's no stigma there. They don't feel that they're missing out. They're all doing the same activity but at their level.
It's more meaningful to the children if they're out there. It's more cooperative, it's more challenging as well, and it's a bit more interesting than just sitting at the desk and learning.
Children who there's maybe discipline problems, we don't have these same issues when the children are outside.
They get the chance to explore and experiment and, come forward with their own thinking as well, present their own ideas.
It just inspires them. As soon as you take children outside, children will tell you they don't feel they're learning. So they learn almost by accident, as long as it's, as was said, inside, you're planning the activities well. And I just think it makes it more relevant to them. They can see that there's a purpose for everything they do.
Grounds for Learning has produced a lot of worksheets and teachers' handouts, which actually include lists of useful resources to have for outside. And I think they're as a first thing, they are very, very useful.
Grounds for Learning is a Scottish charity dedicated to helping you to teach effectively outdoors. Visit our website to find out how we can support you through our training, resources and advisory services.